Hey, what's up? Today I'm going to be giving a review for the film The Hateful Eight. And this is directed by Quentin Taratino, and this is supposedly his eighth film, if I'm not mistaken. Because I know when it comes on, it says like the eighth film by Quentin Tarantino, you know. And I'm kind of like I'm not like a big hardcore fan of his films, but I watch them though, you know what I'm saying? So I've seen like a lot of them and stuff like that. So that's why I decided to give this one a try too as well, you know. That stars like Samuel Jackson in it. You have Kurt Russell in it as well. Jennifer Jason Lee, Walter, I think Goggins, I think that's how you say his name. Then you have Tim Roth in it. Then you have Bruce Dern in it too. And there's also Channing Tatum. He also shows up in the film too as well. Now the film itself is actually set like sometime after the American Civil War, and it involves like a group of strangers who all kind of get together. Well, you say like Samuel Jackson, he's this bounty hunter who kind of opens the film, you know, and he has to get his bodies that he killed, like the victims that he killed, you know, like the bounties basically. They're already dead. He don't have them like, you know, like chained up or anything. They're already dead because he killed them. He has to get them to this town known as Red Rock. Excuse me. So he meets the stagecoach, you know. Inside the stagecoach is like Kurt Russell, you know, and Jennifer Jason Lee. And Kurt Russell himself is like a bounty hunter too, and he is escorting a fugitive woman, you know, like that is played by Jennifer Jason Lee, and she is just so like you know, like ooh, like gruesome and like evil, like the things she says and stuff, you know, it's just like ooh, it's like very like violent, you know, I mean not violent, but like just like, you know, I guess you could say just very like negative, you know, but it's cool though, and it's kind of like art. Like these kind of things are like Quentin Tarantino films, you know. But basically, yeah, the three get together because after first they have like a little like Samuel Jackson, he wants to ride in the stagecoach. He wants like to take the trip to Red Rock, you know, with them, you know. But Kurt Russell is like denying them at first, but then eventually they kind of come to an agreement and they get together. Now, mind you, it's snoring too as well, you know. It's like a blizzard coming and stuff like that. So they all get in the stagecoach and then they head towards the town known as Red Rock. But because of the blizzard getting so bad, they actually have to make a stopover to this like cabin. Well, I think people can stay in like a rooming cabin or something like that. And then they meet these other strangers inside like the cabin too. So basically, like the film is about them being stranded. And they're not really stranded. They're just waiting for like the blizzard itself to stop, you know. So that's basically what the film is about. And I don't want to spoil it, you know, because it turns out to be like a big secret, you know, in it, you know, or whatever. And I don't want to spoil the film for like, you know, people who who want to see it, you know, whatever. But I kind of keep it like, you know, kind of simple, you know. I won't ruin it, you know. So yeah, once like the group of like you know, like say like the two bounty hunters, and then you have like the fugitive played by Jennifer Jason Lee. Then you have the driver. Once they get to like this cabin, you know, known as Manny's, I think, haberdashery, you know. Once they get there, it turns out that there are also other strangers inside the cabin too as well, you know. And there's like this big plot point in the film, you know, which I don't want to spoil it, you know. If I go into too much detail about it, it kind of ruin what was the film was actually about, you know. But yeah, other than that, I thought this was I enjoyed it. And it was like funny at times, you know, because like the negative language, you know, like the racial like words and stuff that I use, it's like so much, you know. And I'm kind of against it, and I do kind of find it offensive, but I still think I'm okay with it. Kind of like Quentin Tarantino, he does use like the N word a lot in his films, and like in this film, it's just like. I mean, it's just tremendous, you know. Like everybody's like using it, you know. Especially like the character, like the fugitive woman, played by Jennifer Jason Lee. You know, like she says it so much, you know. To the point where it's actually it kind of hurts, but it's like it's okay, you know. I'm okay with it, you know. But then at times, you know, like then her and Samuel Jackson, you know, they have like conflicts a lot while they're inside this cabin too as well. But the thing kind of cool about it, and I think some of his other films were like that too, it's told like in chapters, you know, like I think it has like 5 chapters if I'm not mistaken. But I know it's like told like in chapters, you know. Each chapter is explaining like a major point of the film, you know, like when it first started, it comes on, it says like chapter 1, and you know, like that. Then like after certain events happen, it goes to like the next chapter is further explaining the story, basically, you know. But I thought like the actors and the actresses, I thought they gave good performances, like Samuel Jackson. I thought Kurt Russell was cool, like Walter Goggins, you know, Tim Roth, you know. I thought all of them were cool, you know. Oh yeah, then you have a Michael Madsen too. He was also in the film too as well, you know. I thought all of them gave like good performances, you know. Plus you have like Bruce Dern too in it as well. Channing Tatum, he shows up. Now Channing Tatum, I don't want to spoil it, you know, but his part kind of turned out not to be too much, you know. And when he did show up, I was kind of surprised at what was going on with his character, you know, which I thought was kind of cool, you know. It was okay, it was decent. But yeah, that's basically what it has, like the usual like humor and like, you know, like slapstick like type comedy and stuff, you know. And you know, like what is going on, you know, and I'm trying, how could this happen, you know, and stuff like that, you know. That's kind of like in like Quentin Taratino films, you know. But like for people who kind of are against like hearing like racial slurs, like the N word a lot and stuff like that, you know, like that, you know, if you're kind of against that, I won't recommend it at all, because it's just constant. You constantly hear like the N word, but that's like very common in his films, you know. But the film, it had like a nice like atmospheric feel to it, especially when it comes on. You see like the snowy like wilderness and stuff, and there's like nobody around. It has like this isolated feel to it, you know. It just, I like how he shot it, you know, like the camera angles is like wide open and stuff. You see like all the snowy like mountains and forests and land, you know. I thought that was kind of cool, you know. And I liked like the music, like soundtrack, like the music that it had, like the main theme of the film. I liked like the music how it sounded and stuff, you know, throughout the film or whatever. But it's also like very violent and like gory, like very bloody, like people's heads getting blown off and stuff. Like stuff like that, you know, which I thought was kind of funny too, you know. But yeah, I would recommend it. So yeah, this is basically a film about a group of people who get stranded at like this cabin, you know, during a blizzard, you know. Like a couple of them are bounty hunters and they're carrying like a fugitive woman played by Jennifer Jason Leigh. She turns out to be the main bulk of what the film is really all about, like what's going on at this cabin and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, this is my review for the Hateful Eight, and I thought this was a good film, you know. I enjoyed it. I guess in the end I would give it like a B minus, because it's like certain things keeping me from like wanting to give it like a better rating, you know. And it's kind of like on the border of it being just okay, you know, because you know it kind of like drifts off and stuff like that, you know, and it doesn't like, you know, for some reason it don't really like just take off like it, like, you know, like it could from my opinion. But I enjoyed it though, so I'm giving the Hateful Eight a B minus, and this is my review for the Hateful Eight. All right.